Okay, this is my tutorial for the Truth and Reconciliation, aka TNR. This level is very much focused on just having good aim, being good at combat, and just I would say this level has a lot of room for improvisation. You are not really forced to do anything like the same way every single time, and you can't do everything the same way every single time. You just have to improvise at some parts. So I think this is my favorite level to run because of that. But at the start here, you just run over here.
Stick to the higher ground to the right.
Right, I'm gonna make a save right here. So here what I wanna do, there are two elites right there, and those two elites are the only enemies I wanna kill in this entire area. And this grunt. So what I'm gonna do is snipe both elites. And actually here, he's not doing it right now, so what I wanna do here is I shoot this guy once, then I wait for this grunt to run behind him, and then I shoot him, so I can get a nice 2-for-1 kill. I'm gonna do this from the checkpoint, because that was a bad, like, spawn or whatever. And those elites are not always in the same spot. Like right now they are kinda... I couldn't get the grunt, but you get the idea. I wanna kill this grunt at the same time with the elite, because he can just kinda run around. And kinda, I mean, it's easier to kill him right there. The main reason I would say is because the grunt can like block this elite's path when he's running around the corner, and if he does that, the elite can just do weird things, you know, like have alternative path, and you just can't really predict it. So right here you just wanna snipe these two, snipe the grunt with the elite, then just run over here. You don't need to kill any other enemies. I see people like kill the jackals and stuff. You don't need to do any of that. Then right here just kill this elite as soon as he comes around the corner. Like, you wanna be ready for this guy, because he's gonna run around the corner as fast as, you know. Like, see, he's already coming. You need to be ready for that guy. Right now, you should always also pick up plasma grenades if there are any, because they are handy. Then, okay, what I like to do here is, you see how I'm not like running as fast as I can through this like uphill thing? I kind of wait for these jackals to come down, and then I nade the jackals. That's because if you go too fast, the enemies in the next area are gonna be like, if I try to do this, I just go like as fast as I can. Like, see, these guys spotted me, and it can be sometimes hard to kill the jackal right there if they are aggro to you. Some, like there I could get him pretty easily, but sometimes he's difficult to kill. He can like run away and stuff. So I like to take that part a little slow, because I'll show you what happens if you take it a little slower. Also pick up a plasma pistol here. I wait for the jackals to come down, then I frag them. Because right here, this jackal is not aggro to me. Like, see, he's just kinda being chilling around. It's like the easiest headshot you can have. Then you wanna wait for this elite to come down, shoot him down. I like to throw a plasma around over there, because there are a bunch of enemies coming around this corner. Like, that plasma didn't do anything this time, but sometimes the enemies might like be aggressive, and they might you know, run around the corner, and that nade just is kinda supposed to, I guess, keep them around the corner. So throw the nade around there, then overcharge this guy, snipe him. You can also stick him, and here you wanna stick this turret. Oh, what is this guy doing here? And after I've stuck the turret, what I like to do is I throw a frag grenade again at the same spot where the grunts are coming from. Alright, worth mentioning, this guy doesn't always drop down. Sometimes he just doesn't drop down and then, like you just saw, he just ran around this corner here. It's just bad luck if that happens, it's kinda stupid. But step by step, you wanna throw the plasma, overcharge, kill the elite, stick the turret, then throw a frag over there, and then pick up this health pack and these frags. And actually what I have started doing recently is also throwing a frag grenade. Oh, I just forgot about that guy completely. I'm gonna throw another frag grenade over this like hill. Dude, no, this is another elite. This is not the guy. I'm confused right now. Yeah, you can throw a frag like right there. And it can kill. Okay, these grunts were in stupid spots, but that frag can kill these two grunts or at least one of them. Stick the turret. Throw a frag there, then I like to throw a frag there, pick up these frags, and snipe maybe some of these grunts. See, that time the frag killed like one grunt. Then you wanna overcharge this elite coming around the corner, snipe him, maybe throw a sticky there, can throw a sticky around here, it can kill one of these grunts or two of them, then just kill all of these guys. That's pretty much the first area. Just I would say in general for the first area, just go for consistency over speed. That's what I like to do. It's just you don't want to reset to the first area because it's a long rebirth. But yeah, I actually usually don't even kill this guy, but if this guy just like is right there when you enter like this area right here, if you can see the elite, just kill him. If you can't, just leave him alone. Like I usually don't even snipe the guy. I just run over here. I just kinda leave the elite alone completely most of the time. There's an elite here. Usually he's over there or he's over here at the camouflage. And you wanna pick up the camouflage. And then run over here. And here you can have multiple different spawns with these enemies. There can be a grunt here, sometimes there isn't. This spawn is like completely random, but there are pretty much 2 jackals, 4 grunts. These 4 grunts and 2 jackals are the first enemies you wanna kill. After they are dead, you wanna come here. There's a grunt usually always over there. Just kill as many grunts and this elite. Snipe and just snipe all of these grunts. And you could hear how there was some Cortana dialogue. No checkpoints. There's a Cortana dialogue that activates reinforcements to come in. And if that doesn't happen, you're gonna lose time because you're gonna get the reinforcements after the gravelift fight. So you're gonna just listen to the dialogue here. Cortana to Echo 419. That's the dialogue you need to get. If you don't get that, if you don't get the first dialogue before Cortana says like alert, like Covenant dropship inbound or whatever she says, if the first line doesn't happen, this ship is not gonna be here. And as far as I know, the first line not appearing is just random, like, or somewhat random at least. I also figured if you're like, okay, let's say you were like let's say you were shooting your gun a lot, like, you know, like this, like you leave the elite alive. Oh, I still got it, but I feel like sometimes if you're in combat while you're supposed to get the dialogue, sometimes it just doesn't appear, so that's why I kinda try to not... I just kinda try to backsmack every single enemy. But yeah, you just wanna snipe all of these grunts. It's when there's one enemy or no enemies alive. That's when the next grav lift wave spawns in. So, just so you know, that's all enemies dead, so the first wave's gonna spawn in. And the way I throw this frag, I mean this plasma grenade, is right there. And I throw it when the ship stops moving. And you saw how it killed 2 jackals and a grunt, and that's exactly what you need it for to do. Sometimes I see this grunt doesn't die. It's really annoying when that happens. He just kinda dodges the nade. Obviously you need to make sure you throw the grenade well, but sometimes the grunt just doesn't wanna die. So here I actually look at my radar. Like, I look at my radar while throwing this frag, just so I know if any of these enemies survived. But for this gravlift fight itself, you just have to practice this a lot. There is a switch to frags, and you wanna focus on the elites. Just find the elites, and after you run out of frags, just drop down and pick up 4 grenades. And sometimes the elites like to roll out of the way like that. And yeah, that was a pretty smooth clear. But you just really have to practice this. Like, if you know there are 2 enemies alive, you shouldn't throw the frag, obviously. You have to kill one of them, and that happens a lot, where an enemy just kinda rolls out the way and just kinda messes you up. What? Okay. And kinda messes you up, and at some points you just don't know how many enemies are alive because they are hiding or whatever. Now I know there's 1 elite alive. Oh, I was late for that. You just really have to pay attention to every single enemy there is. That's like, I can't really give you any specific tips as to how to get perfect fights every time, other than just focus on the elite. Every single wave you wanna just snipe the elite once, and he should die from the frag. Sometimes you just can't snipe him if he's a bad spawn or whatever. Like now I know there's 2 enemies alive, I need to kill one, then instantly throw the frag. I died. But yeah, you get the idea. that was a pretty smooth example. Just focus on the elites. Sometimes the elites just dodge, you can't do anything about it, just try to find the elites. And if you know there's an elite alive like somewhere over here, just you have to kill the elite. Like if he's killing marines, especially if he's a needler guy, you have to kill the guy, because he's gonna wreck these marines. And if a marine dies, sometimes you get reinforcements. And reinforcements are gonna cost you around 40 seconds. And by reinforcements I mean when foe hammer comes in and drops like a bunch of more marines over here. And that usually happens when a marine dies. So you just really need to protect your marines, make sure they don't die. After the fight, just go for a health pack and as many grenades as you can. And for these hunters, there are multiple different spawns. I would say this is the best one. So the hunter can spawn, the two hunters can spawn like there and there, or there and there, or I'm dead. So I think there are 3 different spawns you can have. So they can spawn there or there. Let's see where they spawn now. This is a different spawn. They can spawn like that, or they can spawn one facing that way and one facing that way. And what I like to do here is just go on top of this thing and look up so I can see what the spawn is. Then just go behind their backs, and that's the perfect kill. Usually you should be able to get that if you get that exact spawn. If you get the spawn where they are looking completely different ways, like one's facing that way, one's facing that way, it can be hard to pull that off. But there isn't really anything. Sometimes you just can't snipe the hunters as... Dude, that should have hit. I guess if they... Okay. Like this happens sometimes, you just can't kill the hunter because he's just running around the place. But just overall for the hunters, just wait for them to punch like you or a marine and then just go behind their backs, and it's an easy snipe most of the time. And right now you want to make sure you have full grenades, you have as many plasma grenades as possible and as much plasma pistol ammo as you can have. And then just spam enter to skip the cutscene. And here you want to snipe this marine and punch him. Actually, before that, what you wanna do is, there is dialogue going on right now, and the first wave won't spawn until the dialogue's done. And you have to kill this guy to skip the dialogue. And it's always this guy if he spawns. Like, if you see this guy spawn in, that's the guy. If he's not in your vision when he spawns in, it's this guy. But it's always gonna be this guy if you, like, as soon as you enter the ship, just back out like this. So obviously your field of vision is larger because you backed out, see? So you can always make this guy spawn in front of you and just kill him. And when this guy dies, this first wave is gonna spawn, and it's gonna be a the first one is always gonna be a invis elite, a camo elite. And then for these waves in general, just okay, there are 4 different types. Actually, wait, 5 or 4? Okay, the combinations can be 2 jackals, 2 grunts, 2 jackals and elite, 2 grunts and in elite, or 4 grunts. So you cannot have 4 jackal waves. That's like the only thing that can't happen. Or you can't have 2 gold elites. In general, you want gold elite waves because gold elites run out of these doors the fastest. And also you can get easy plasma grenade drops from gold elites. And also in general, what you want to do is, if you get a jackal wave, always try to throw a frag at the jackals and just kinda snipe or plasma pistol the grunts. Also, you wanna make sure you're not gonna run out of sniper ammo in this fight. I would say, save at least 2 bullets, at least 2 bullets for your snipe, because you're gonna need that later. But yeah, so you just wanna practice this again. Like, I can't really tell you exactly how you should execute these waves every single time. I like to, okay, that was the wrong grenade actually. That was again the wrong grenade, but, actually let me revert, I just wasted my frags. So, how you wanna start this off? Just look around for this guy. You wanna use frag grenades for jackals. And make sure you have as much plasma pistol ammo as you possibly can have. There I threw a plasma at the jackals because, I don't know, sometimes I just decide to throw a plasma, sometimes I throw a frag. It's kinda situational what you wanna do. And shoot your gun in between the waves, so the waves, the enemies come out of these doors faster. Like you can see people, they shoot their gun like this. It just makes these enemies come out of the doors a little faster. Just in general, just pay attention to your plasma pistol ammo, so you don't run out. And then just, you know, as I said, usually you just wanna frag the jackal waves. If you run out of frags, well, you can frag them, but just kinda, you can just really improvise a lot here. Like, you don't need to do exactly what I do. I do everything, just I kinda improvise myself. And after the fight is done, so it actually looks like I'm checkpoint glitched somehow. But after the fight, you're gonna get a checkpoint, and that's how you know the fight's done. And after the fight is done, you wanna make sure, okay, if you have like 5 bars of health, you don't really need to go for the health pack, but you can go it for safety. I would say if you have yellow health, always go for the health pack. So after this fight, just pick up the health pack, grab the camo, and what you can do here is you can actually make these hunters go to the door by like shooting them. Let's see if it happens. Like you can, okay, they're just running away this time, but by shooting the hunters, you can make them like run to this door, so this door opens a little faster. And the reason I go here, like I go behind the hunters, like over here, and then turn around. Like you have to go like over here and just turn around here. It will activate like the trigger, so the guy just killed me, okay. I'm not exactly how it works, but instead of killing the hunters, you can just run over there and trigger the thing, and it will open these doors. Normally you would have to kill the hunters, but by just going here, then just turning back, and then just coming back over here, you can just, this door will open. And then you just run through here. And for this room,
Wait.
you wanna look around for this elite.
Down there.
Right now that's a bad elite.
Controls to open it
I
must be somewhere
would
in
say
this
there
room.
are two ways of doing this room. Actually, well, there are multiple, but if this elite is just like chilling around over here, here, or like somewhere over here, what I like to do if that happens, if I get that spawn, just overcharge the guy, shoot him to the leg, and then shoot him again with a plasma pistol. And he will go to this aggro mode, and you can just lure him to this door, and he can open this door for you. That's a fast way of doing this room, but you can only really do that if you get a good spawn. And the elite must not be running around the room like he was just doing. Let's hope I can get a good spawn here, like a different spawn. And that's one way of doing it. Now he's over there. That's a different spawn. So if he's over there, jump over to this box and start shooting your gun. Like literally just shoot your gun and see, he's gonna open this door for you. Works every time. So just go on top of this box, or you can actually also you can like crouch over here and shoot your gun, and the elite will always go to the door. And those two are the main strats for this room. There are strats where you can like shoot a grunt and knock a grunt back so he like opens the door for you, but I don't really recommend doing that. This is the best spawn you can have, at least in my opinion. Like, see, this is gonna be so fast. Also, actually, what I forgot to mention, sometimes there's a grunt over here, and he just spawns over here and he's just sleeping right here, and this door will be automatically opened. So if you see that, when you drop down over here and you see the doors open, yeah, you can just run through here. It's like no problem. You get good RNG. But yeah, that's the room pretty much. Like, that's the three strats I do for the room. Just like look to your right if the elite's over here. If he's not, just go to this box. Oh, he's over there. Go to this box and start shooting your gun, and he should, thank you, he should go to this door. Am I gonna die here? Okay. So now you need to look at your grenade count. I have full plasmas, which is obviously optimal. I like to throw plasma right there if I have any. Then just kill these jackals. Now there are 3 grunts in this hallway. That's 1, 2, and there's 1 behind this guy. And the grunts can spawn. All 3 can actually spawn into this like tunnel. Usually there's like maybe 1 or 2 here and 1 over there. Sometimes all 3 can be over here. It's just RNG where they are. So just kill the grunts and snipe the elite. And it doesn't matter if you run out of ammo here. Like, the reason I said like save at least 2 bullets from the earlier fight is for that one elite, so you can snipe him. Just make sure all these guys are dead. And you should get a checkpoint here. But because I'm checkpoint glitched, I need to make my own saves. You should always get a checkpoint right at this door. So what you wanna do here, you wanna grab this health pack and these grenades. Then I like to jump over this box and kinda punch any enemies that are in my way. This spawn can alter a lot, like there can be like 2 grunts, a jackal, there can be an elite and 2 grunts, but you don't need to worry about these enemies, they very rarely kill you. What you need to worry about is plasma drops. If you don't have any plasma drops right now, you need to kill these enemies for plasma drops, because you can't do this next trick without plasma drops. You need 2 plasma grenades, and you need 2 frags at least. 3 frags actually, but you can get frags from where I just showed you, from right there. So for this grenade stack, pick up these grenades, jump over the box, throw a grenade right there and right there, so the plasmas land at the same time. Then throw a frag. That just failed because I'm explaining, but you want the 2 plasmas to land over there at the exact same time, pretty much. It doesn't have to be that precise, but around the same time. So like that. Then throw a frag right there. That's the basic idea. And pick up the OS and jump, and you will be invulnerable for like few seconds. So you will always survive the jump. So how I like to throw my first nade is I look over there, and when I pass this box, that's when I throw my nade. And then what you wanna do is throw a frag at this pillar and jump on top of the ship. And right now you have 2 options. You can do this next jump with a plasma grenade or a frag grenade. I like to do it with a plasma because I like having a frag grenade for the next room. So when I land on the ship, I just toss a plasma grenade right there, wait just a second, and then jump and get on top of this platform. And the trick pretty much skips like 2 entire floors, so you don't have to go through those. So I'll show it once again. Just get down your like timings and placements. You don't have to do it exactly like I do, like there's like this is not even that precise. Just throw the frag at the bottom of the box and you should get through here onto here every single time. Land here to throw the plasma grenade, wait a little and then jump. And I like to crouch while landing onto here just for safety. So here, for this next room, I'm gonna make a save right here so I can have multiple different spawns. There is an elite over there every single time, and another elite on this side. And there are multiple grunts. I'm not exactly sure how many grunts there are, but there are many grunts. And there is also a gold elite. So what you wanna do is stay like you don't wanna go all the way over here. You wanna stay like behind this door, kinda like over here, and look for this elite. And when the elite comes around this like corner, kinda like when you can see the elite actually. This is taking forever. I mean, this doesn't happen in runs. This is okay. Let me just revert so the thing will happen what I actually want to happen. You pretty much go. Okay, sometimes the elite's already there, so you don't need to wait for him. Then come around here, overcharge and snipe this guy, and snipe any grunts that spawn like on this side. There's a possible spawn over there, and like somewhere over here. Then what I like to do is just kill these grunts, use the frag for a jackal if you have one, and then just kinda kill these grunts and kill the gold elite. So a lot of time when you run into this room to kill these enemies on this side, the gold elite will like run from there to behind this thing. Sometimes he's just kind of sitting here, like you can't even see him. So you need to be ready for this guy, because he can smack you kinda easily if you're not aware. So just in general, just kill these enemies as fast as you can. That's really all there is to it. And once every single enemy is dead, this door will open. Well, I'm gonna do the room once more. Like, see, now the elite isn't there instantly, I need to wait for him. And if it's a blue elite, just you can just headshot him once. You can kinda improvise here like that. I don't usually throw a frag like that, but I just saw there were a bunch of enemies there. And once the door opens, just kill these grunts. Make sure all of these grunts die. Do not ever let one of these grunts run into this room over here, because you will be coming into this room later and he will just be a pain in the ass. Just kill all of these 3 grunts. Make sure they are dead. Then you wanna come over here. Just I like to plasma pistol these 2 grunts here, or as many as there are. Then just throw a plasma there, and that plasma is supposed to kill most of these enemies. You can just kinda YOLO this. I think people take this too safe. Most of the time they just kinda throw 2 plasmas like this, like I don't wanna risk it, dude. But you can actually YOLO this thing pretty safely. Just throw 1 grenade and just run through, like it's pretty safe most of the time. If you have a frag here, it's even better, because it's better at taking out these enemies. Then plasma pistol this guy, and I like to overcharge and stick the guy on the right side. And make sure those guys die, because they can be a pain later. Now right here there are 2 different options for these 2 jackals coming up. You always get a checkpoint here, but because apparently I'm checkpoint glitched very conveniently in this tutorial, I didn't get a checkpoint. You always get a checkpoint right when you turn around this corner. And what you wanna do, what I like to do is I line these 2 guys up, I crouch and just snipe both of them like that. That's what I like to do. But the other thing you can do is a little faster. You can just kinda do this. Snipe that guy first, and then snipe this guy. But sometimes the reason I don't do that is sometimes the enemies in this prison room can get aggro to you when you do this. I'm not sure why, but they can. Right now they aren't doing it, but like, see, they just got like aggroed for no reason, and that's why I don't do that strat. It's like few seconds faster. I just like to line these guys up like this. And then there are 2 camo elites in this room. One on this side, so snipe him, and one on that side, and snipe him. Most of the time, once you kill this guy will run into this spot. Most of the time. But sometimes he just stays over there, he's just standing in a spot over there. But these 2 camo elites are a very easy kill most of the time. Just kill these 2 guys. Like, see, now he didn't, but he was just standing there. Then just kill these grunts and this gold elite as fast as you can. These grunts are a pain in the ass. Sometimes they like to hide a lot and run around the room like crazy. And after they are dead, just run up to this button and press the button. Okay, I like to throw a plasma grenade there if there are any plasma grenades around there, because when I'm exiting this room, I throw a frag grenade at that door, and if there are any plasma grenades at the door right there, my frag will just chain react those and I might die from those. So I just like to throw a plasma grenade right there before like going to these frag grenades. But yeah, then you just wanna grab these frags. And sometimes you can't grab the frags because the shield will just not go down fast enough. Like that just sometimes happens. I think it's completely random, but if you can't grab the frags, you wanna throw a plasma grenade like this and then grab the frags and kill these two guys. But most of the time you should be able to grab these frag grenades. Then when exiting this room, just throw a frag grenade right there and kill these two guys. Then you wanna overcharge that guy and throw a frag at that guy. If there's an elite coming around this corner, just overcharge the guy and snipe him. Like when you're coming around here from around here, if you see there's an elite just standing there, I wouldn't throw the frag around there. I would just instantly just overcharge and snipe the guy. That's the best way of doing it. But if the elite isn't there like instantly, just throw a frag. Also, these two jackals here can behave a little differently every time. Like now I can kill him like that and throw a frag there. And they just wanna overcharge the elite and make sure all these grunts are dead. And actually somehow there's a jackal alive here. That guy's supposed to be dead. You really wanna make sure those guys are dead.
We should head back to the shuttle bay and call for evac.
I only got 3 frags there, but whatever. Like now the elite's there, I couldn't kill him, but there we go. Then just kill these guys. Now there's gonna be an elite over here. He might be on the right side, he's on the right side now, but he might be over there as well. Just look at your radar pretty much. And I like to stick the elite. And my snipe isn't reloaded right now, but then just snipe these grunts. Or plasma pistol, them doesn't really matter. Then there are two jackals around the corner there, so I like to use a frag for those guys. Then wow, I might die. I like to make sure there aren't any enemies alive. And right now you need to aggro these guys to you. So what you wanna do is wait for 3 marines to come around. Oh wow, didn't mean to do that. 3 marines to come around that corner so they can clearly see each other, and then snipe 2 of them, and they should get mad at you like that. So wait for the marines, snipe them, like, oh, that guy didn't die, and they should get mad at you. And once they are mad at you, you're fine. And then you just run over here. I like to shoot my gun here because that makes these 3 elites, I mean, come at me like this. They lined up really well there, that's funny. And then you pretty much just wanna... The level's gonna end right there and you are gonna just smash your ender pretty much. So, an alternative for the ending, if somehow you just can't get the marines to aggro to you, what you can do is... I'm just not gonna aggro these guys, but pretty much if they are not aggro to you, what you can do is the level will end if Keys and the last enemy in the room die at the exact same time. I don't know why that happens, but that's a thing. So if Keys isn't mad at me, what I wanna do, I have to kind of wait for him actually. Oh, they are mad at me now, but god damn it. Like usually you still kill all the marines, but sometimes he's still not gonna get mad at you. So what you wanna do is just wait for Keys to kinda be somewhat close to you. And what you can do is try to stick this guy, but they like to dodge the plasmas like that, and that should work, I think.
No.
Yeah. But that's the basic idea. You need to kill the last enemy in the room and Keys at the same time, and the level will end. It's just very sketchy to do sometimes. But yeah, that's pretty much the entire level. You want to have these guys aggro to you though. You know he's mad at me, and this is the way you wanna do this. You don't wanna do that strat I just did. Sometimes you're just pretty much forced to do the backup strat, and this will end the level. You just spam enter to skip the cutscene. But that's pretty much DNR. In general, I guess just focus on consistency. Just have good aim, I guess. Like, you just need to be good with the sniper. You need to be able to adapt to the different situations, because this level never really works the same way. Because it's a lot of combat, a lot of just wave fights, just a lot of different situations. So, but those are some tips on how to get through these areas most efficiently. And I think the most important thing is just practice this trick right here, this grenade stack. This really isn't hard once you get it down. Really easy. Just throw 2 grenades and the frag grenade, and you should be able to get up. And yeah, that's pretty much it.